Okay, let's get started on our second card for November, and this is going to be our next card. Again, it's not a Lorraine original, but it's a step card, and I think you're going to enjoy this card. So there we go. And step cards call that because it's a step down. Steps down. Okay. Alright, for this card you're going to need a piece of Bashful Blue that's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and you're going to score only 2.5 inches of it at the usual 4 1/4. Then you're going to be using your cutter and start at 2 inches and cut from 2 inches, excuse me, that's 1 inch, 1 inch all the way down to 6.5 inches and stop, and that'll give you your cut that you need to make the card. And then you're going to score it at 1 inch, at 2 inches, at 3.5 inches, at 5 inches, and then this is 2 inches more, so that's 7 inches. Okay, so that'll give you your step. Okay, and then you just accordion fold it to get your step shape, and then you will just be stamping and adding on the features. You'll also need a piece of garden green that measures 8.5 by 3, and you'll need a piece of whisper white. That's a scrap, maybe. Let's see what this one is. It's about 3 3/4 by 5, but about like that. Okay, so you're going to use basic black ink, and you're going to stamp the snowmen from the Snow Much Fun stamp set. I'm stamping up. Okay, so you'll stamp the tall snowman and the short snowman and the snowball on your scrap of whisper white, and then you'll color them. The Stampin' Write markers I used to color them are basic black and old olive and pumpkin pie and Riding Hood red and Pacific Point. Let me show you the finished one again so you can see how the colors were used. Okay, the red on the scarf and the hat, and the scarf and the hat on the little snowman, and the black on the hat and the boots. Color them in. Okay. Alrighty, and then the coal is colored in the blue. Is it the blue? No, the green, like the trees. Okay. Then on the scrap of green, this one's cut in half because it went in a kit. You're going to stamp the tree image 4 times, and then you're going to stamp the little birds that are the tall snowman is playing with on the green as well. And then you'll be cutting out all the trees. Leave the birdie on the top off, cut that off, and cut a little bit ground around the trunk of the tree, but leave a little space. You don't have to cut in right at the tree. You need to leave some green there to make that a little bit thicker. And then you're going to cut out the body of the little bird. You can leave the beak off and the feet off and just cut out the body and tail of those. Okay, you'll need your fine tipped craft scissors to do that. And then when you cut this guy out, you're going to cut off his arms, and you're going to cut off, and so you're not going to include the birds or the arms. Okay, just of course the piece of the arm that's still attached to his body. Okay, but on the little short little snowman, you're going to have to cut around, but leave some white space around his branchy arms so that it's not cut in real tight. Okay, that'll make it a little stronger so it won't fall apart. And it's your choice to leave the little snowball or cut it off. That's your choice. And then when you cut out the snowball, just cut the snowball itself. Don't cut anything else out, just the snowball. Okay. And then on the card itself, you're going to stamp the tall snowman. And then when you cut out the colored one, you will superimpose over the other guy. And so the arms will be already there, that's why you don't need to cut them out. And the little birdies will already be there, so you don't need to cut those out either. Okay, and then you're going to come in with the little birdie bodies that you cut out and put them right on there, and the beaks and the feet will be there already. So that's kind of a cute little shortcut. For the snow, you're going to need some strips of Whisper White that are 1 inch long, and this one would be 5.5 by 1 inch, and the one that goes in the back would be 3 inches by 1 inch. And then you're going to just tear the paper to make the snow. You'll have to tear it off a lot shallower down here by the snowman's feet. Okay, this one that goes in the back section won't have to be torn as deeply and so you're going to affix 2 trees back here on the last panel, the one that goes down like that. 2 trees in snow. The middle one has 1 tree and the short snowman, and then the front has, of course, the superimposed tall snowman, 1 tree, and the snowball. And so that's the simplicity of that. That's a pretty simple card. The cutting probably for the step is probably maybe the hardest part of that, and I hope you enjoy that card. I know I did.